Thank you guys so much for returning to Cobra TV. There's a lot of new people joining here recently and may not know what a subcast is. Every Sunday, or as many Sundays as I can, I do a podcast, which I call a subcast, with members of this community, and we talk about different topics or whatever you guys want to talk about, and that's what this is here. So it's very long, so it's meant to be listened to in the background while you're doing other things, or maybe even when you're falling asleep. I had such amazing time talking to you guys. The show ran longer than expected, and I did have to edit it down quite a bit. But the topic of the subcast was about multiplayer. And to sum it up for anybody that doesn't want to listen to the entire video, there are facts that Sean Murray has given out that do sustain a possibility of being able to be in the same area with another person, although rare. No Man's Sky is such an amazing game, and if you're buying it just to meet with your friend, that may not be a good thing. And if it's something that you want, there is hope, because Sean Murray has said in the future he may return to that area, multiplayer. But as I have always said, how many times do we buy games and play them the way they're not supposed to be played? Please enjoy the show. Thank you guys for coming back to another live broadcast of Cobra TV. And today we're going to talk a little bit about what has been said about multiplayer. We're going to talk about calming your hype down so that we're not let down. And just take a look at some of the facts and, think level-headed, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of confusion out there.
Let me turn your mic up.
Let me turn my mic
No,
up.
it's on my end.
Oh.
Let's see. All right, say something.
Something.
So cliche.
Yeah.
So how's everybody doing? How you doing, man?
I'm good.
That's good. Very good.
Yeah, I've been going pretty hard at the division.
I'm not going to talk about that.
Well, we'll talk to you later, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. All right, so guys, with the game getting ready to come out, tensions are high. We're just months away, and we're getting all this new information, these new pictures, the new footage and everything, and we're all getting super, super hyped. Now I'd like to tell you a little bit of story. When I first learned about No Man's Sky, I was like, whoa, are you kidding me? This is amazing. And then when I learned that there was technically no multiplayer in No Man's Sky per se, I was so disappointed. But the game was so great that I kept, following it, that I wanted to learn more, and it interested me so much. Then, as I started to learn more about it, and I learned the concept behind the game and the essential meaning that the game actually has, it made that whole disappointment of multiplayer completely diminish. So I'm not disappointed anymore. But from the facts that Sean Murray has said about multiplayer, can actually still shed some light on and some hopefully some hope for multiplayer of things that he's actually said. So we're going to go over those things and talk a little bit about them, and we're going to take some callers as well. All right, so with the new information that's been coming out, Sean's been talking about multiplayer like crazy. And it's really confusing for a lot of people. A lot of people are thinking that it's only a sharing of information multiplayer game, and that's not true. There is that aspect, but he also has the tools and mechanics put in place in case you're ever lucky enough to run into another player, you'll be able to see them. So he likes to, refer to as Journey, which Journey was a great game.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so recently, Sean Murray said, you're not going to find your friend. If you go, even if you're on the same planet, you won't be able to find him. And one of the things that Sean Murray likes to do is say, our planets are so big, if you guys were on the same planet at the same time, you wouldn't be able to find each other. Now, during the Game Informer podcast, it did say that the center was only 40 to 100 hours away. Now, that's decent. That's really good for a campaign, so to speak, for lack of better words. So people were thinking, okay, 4,200 hours away from my friend. That's good. But also in that article, it did say that Hello Games can lessen or greaten that time before release. And I truly feel that Hello Games has greatened that time. And I think that, with all this information that's come out here recently, I think we need to take a step back, because a lot of things that were a dead no are now a yes in the blink of an eye since March 3rd, And one of the things that's been so hard is following this game. Hello Games have been so cryptic in their information, maybe even telling little white lies just to hide things from us. So, multiplayer. He said, to come across a planet that somebody else has been there before is rare. To come across a planet where someone is there at the same time as you is even more rare. But the mechanic to do so exists. And therefore, we're also in the same universe as everybody else. It's the same map. It's the same planets. It's the same everything, which means two determined players out there could play the game the way that they want to. And that's what drew me to No Man's Sky. It was, you were able to play the game the way you wanted to, not the way somebody told you to. And how many times do we buy games and we play them the way they're not supposed to be played? Almost all the time.
Tons.
Right. So I imagine two people out there can use this universe that's the same for everybody to slowly, and I mean slowly, get towards each other, and instead of trying to meet on a planet, meet at a space station. The only space station that would be in the decided solar system. But, that's here nor there. So if it's too difficult to meet up, Sean Murray says you can't. The information there just doesn't make any sense to me, but he is willing to go back to that area after the game is released and we played it. He said he wants us to play the game that they have in mind, the core of No Man's Sky. He wants to see it played through, and then if enough people want to play, then he will return to the area of multiplayer and spend a little bit more time in there and look towards the community to see what we want.
Which I think is cool that he's willing to do that. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
So a lot of people out there that are afraid that there's no multiplayer, there actually is. And I would like to see people who are determined enough. There's a couple, girlfriend and boyfriend, or husband and wife, I can't remember. And they're getting it on PC, and they're going to have a YouTube channel designed modeled after trying to find each other in this infinite universe.
Oh, it's going to be cool.
It is.
We had them on the show a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Is that the couple? Yeah. Oh, they're super cool.
Yeah. And the thing is that even if they get there at the space station and, they finally do it, and even if they can't see each other, then what a mission complete. They're in the same place at the same exact time.
That's like an end game. That's like an end game, and it's on its own. Almost. It's like, okay, nothing else to do.
Exactly. You take two players, they're sprung all around the universe, and then all of a sudden, after so much hard work, they're in the same place at the very same exact time. Even if you can't see each other, that is just a big wow.
Yeah, that's mind-blowing. And it sounds very, very difficult. And I think that's the thing people need to get into their heads, is that how difficult I think that's going to be.
I agree.
To meet up. It's mind-blowingly difficult.
I agree. Yeah. I think it's bigger than what we're trying to grasp our heads around, because we're used to games that are, even the ones that are huge, like DayZ and things like that. We're used to thinking along those terms of big. This is not big. This is near infinite.
Yeah, it's not like DayZ where you run for, I don't even know, 15 minutes and you can get to the other side of the map.
Yeah,
that's pretty big, but I mean, the way I view multiplayer, and this, I'm not talking about No Man's Sky in specific, I'm talking about games in general, is that the whole multiplayer arena, to me, doesn't have to be there in every single game. And I
Right.
feel a lot
No,
of
yeah.
developers, they make a game and then they tack on some multiplayer mode because players are online. I mean, we're all online. There's probably very few people that don't play online all the time, if you know what I mean. So I don't know. Games don't need multiplayer to me.
They don't. Okay, GTA 4 was one of the best multiplayer games I've ever had because, and before people go crazy, Rockstar opened up a map with no leveling up, no missions, gave you all the toys to play with, and let 16 players populate that map online.
Yeah,
we had to figure out what we wanted to do with that playground.
Yeah.
And it was fun. It was super, super fun. The map itself didn't have any death matches. If you wanted a death match, you just went after somebody. You know, if you wanted to dogfight people in helicopters, you just got in a helicopter and did it. If you wanted to race, you picked an alley or you picked a street and you grabbed the car that you wanted and you raced. It was that fun. People decided how they wanted to play.
And that's the game. That's the point of that game.
Right.
There's other games, like I remember, I think it was, I can't remember which Tomb Raider game. I'm being random with my game choice here, but a very heavily narrative-driven game. The single player is very, very story-oriented. And that's good. It was really good. But then why have a multiplayer mode on that? Because it was so dull and nobody enjoyed it.
Right.
But yet they took the time to put multiplayer in it for what?
Right. Yeah, I agree. Hendrix here says, agreed, it will be cool to watch. I just think it'll be a lot harder than people realize. And I agree with you, Hendrix. I think it's going to be a lot harder than we realize. And you know what? It may turn out to be impossible, but I don't think so because it's the same set of star systems. So if people are determined, they could do whatever they want.
I remember a while ago that we were was one of our GNN shows that we said the Cobra Clan. It was like John Doe and a few, I think, Bookshelf and you and I. We said, we're going to meet up in No Man's Sky. The more time goes by, I'm like, that's not going to happen.
Yeah. But people keep saying it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. At GameSpot interview, Sean Murray said that he was excited about a more traditional multiplayer that he wanted to add later down the road. Yeah. So I think that this game is not a deathmatch game. That's not the kind of multiplayer I'm talking about. It's not a mission multiplayer based thing. To me, when I think multiplayer with No Man's Sky, I just want to be with some of my friends. Goof off and race through a canyon, just like I talked about in GTA 4, picking an alley and picking a car and just racing. But that's how I feel later down the road multiplayer should be. But I understand Sean Murray's goal, or his, sticking to his guns. But I think people, even though I still think it's possible, I think people need to calm down about multiplayer while they're waiting for No Man's Sky, because I think like Hendrix said, it's going to be more difficult than we realize, and it could be so difficult that if you're not that determined, it probably will never happen. Yeah.
There was another little bit of an interview recently where somebody asked Sean, so what's next after No Man's Sky? And I'm sure you saw this one. He goes, he wants to keep working on No Man's Sky.
Right. Yep.
And you said it just a few minutes ago, is that adding that multiplayer portion. Like when I say multiplayer, I mean like a traditional, as he said, traditional multiplayer aspect to the game. So I think we'll get that because he wants to keep working on the game. He's mentioned the traditional multiplayer. I don't see any reason that we don't get that eventually.
Exactly. Yeah. It's going to happen, I believe. Like I feel it on my bones. It's going to happen. How many times has Sean Murray said no to something, and it's a yes? No, there's no NPCs. All right, so we're going to take some callers here, and cool. But guys, remember, keep your hype at a normal level. If Sean Murray is literally saying you can't do it, don't necessarily say, mark it off the list just yet, especially when there's a mechanic to meet people on accident and a set map so to speak, for lack of better words, for everybody. So don't mark it off just yet, but don't expect to be able to play with your friends a week or a month or even 5 months after you buy the game. I respect now what No Man's Sky is for what it is. An amazing, amazing experience. So I don't even know how to pronounce this guy's name.
Oh yeah, jeez.
Hey, thanks for coming on the show, bro. How you doing?
Hey, what's up, man?
Nothing much. Is there any way you can turn your mic up? I can barely hear you.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure. All right, how's this?
Oh, it's perfect. How do you pronounce your
okay.
name, by the way?
It's Vibov.
Would have never guessed it. I would have said Vibe Have.
Yeah, it's okay. It's actually way better than a lot of people would say it. Trust me.
So how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. I recently got like a surgery on my back because I had a cyst, which is common at my age.
Oh wow.
But yeah, everything's going fine though. Yeah, nothing.
That's good.
Nothing
Glad to hear
crazy. Yeah.
Did they let you keep the cyst?
No. What? That's disgusting.
Just keep it
I
in the
wonder
jar.
how many
above your
cysts
bed or
this
something.
guy. I wonder how many cysts Vertical Speed has in his house.
Collection.
Are you going to keep that? Can I have it?
Oh, you can have it if you want. I don't want it.
So what brings you on the show tonight?
I like literally I think I don't know when when the game came out, right?
Right.
Not came out, but like the whole thing. I think it was the first March where I started hearing about like the whole thing. Like I have this Google alert thingy that whenever something goes, like if there's an article on No Man's Sky, it automatically gives me a notification on my phone saying like there's some articles that were just posted about No Man's Sky, and I looked at one of the articles and it said a possible like pre-order release date, and it had the image of the PlayStation blog saying like No Man's Sky 3.3 out, and I was like, oh shit, this is gonna be a thing. So that's why I even tagged you on Twitter when I found it. I tagged Cobra, and I was like so excited. I was like, holy shit, this is happening. Like I've waited so long, because last year the game was supposed, like they said that it would come out like October 2015. So I literally bought my PS4 because I had a PC and there's no way my PC can run No Man's Sky. So I already knew I have to get a PS4. So I bought a PS4 like somewhere in mid 2015, and I'm just for No Man's Sky. Like I would never play on console, but like I was like, I know what, I gotta do this for No Man's Sky. So I bought the PS4. It was the Destiny edition one, the Destiny limited edition, the white one, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. But anyway, so October comes around and there's like, oh nope, never mind, 2016. I was like, oh, are you kidding me? But then on March, I was like, yo, this is happening. So the first thing, I literally stayed up till midnight on the 3rd of March, and it didn't come out. So I was like, oh, this is not happening. So I was really bummed out, and I went to sleep. And next morning I woke up around 8 or something, and I saw a post, like I saw Sean Murray retweet the PlayStation blog thing that it came out. I was like, no. And I literally went on Amazon and I bought the game, right? And then I find out like a few minutes later that there's a special edition. So I was like, yo, no, I want the special edition. So I had to cancel my order and go to GameStop to buy this. So I was like, I had to cancel my order and then buy it again. I was like, and I was so lucky. I was hoping that it doesn't run out, because the special edition actually ran out pretty quick, like the first day.
Yeah, I went in there the day before. No, it was 2 days before the pre-orders came out. And I love walking into GameStop because they never know what No Man's Sky is. And I walked in there and I'm like, is there a pre-order for No Man's Sky yet? They're like, let me look that up. What system is it for? and the woman told me, no, there wasn't. And she wanted an explanation. I'm tired of explaining it, so I just left. And then 2 days later, the pre-order was out. I walked back into that same GameStop, And she looked at me, and she looked like she recognized me from the other day. And I'm like, I want to order No Man's Sky. And she was like, oh, yep, okay, sure. And it was like, I don't know. It was just, finally, GameStop knows what it is.
Yeah, they get it.
All right, buddy. Got any last final statements? I'm going to take another caller here.
No, man. Just keep doing what you're doing. I love your videos and everything. I'm not like, you're awesome, bro.
Thanks, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Really do.
All right.
All right. Take care, man.
See ya.
Bye. All right. Good caller.
Good caller.
We are going to take a paradox of mad. A paradox of madness. It was cut off.
Hello.
Thank you for coming on Cobra TV, buddy. How you doing, man?
I'm good.
That's good. That's good. Were you able to catch the beginning of the show where we're talking about multiplayer?
Yeah. I mean, like, I knew you were doing this because I watched your video earlier.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool. Thank you.
One question before we start conversating. Can you see your friends on the galactic map? Because I remember you talking
Yes.
about that later.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
can.
All right,
It says a
that's
star pulsates or something where your friend is. Is that?
No, a star will blink and twinkle when someone's
If,
making
like,
a discovery.
yeah. If someone made a discovery on a
Yeah.
different planet, yeah, I remember that.
No, but yeah, you can. I forgot to mention that earlier. You can see your friend's location. And Sean Murray even said that. He said just recently, he said, yes, you can see your friend's location on the map, but they are really, 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 really far away. And even if you were to make it to the same planet, you wouldn't be able to find each other. That's that's the only information that he's given. And with a lot of people hyped about No Man's Sky, that could be part of the problem, because people automatically think, well, we don't have to meet on the planet. We can meet at the space station. But still, if Sean Murray's saying no, I think that most people need to kind of maybe keep it on the back burner and say, okay, it's slightly possible maybe, but Sean Murray's saying no. So try not to get so hyped up and not to get let down.
Yeah, I'm one of those people who are like, I'm really determined to like meet my friend, because me and my friend might like meet up at some point. But we don't really care about that. We just kind of want to play the game first and like get used to everything and then see what there is to offer. Because now I was following No Man's Sky for like, I don't know, about a year or two. And now when I look at the new footage, it's really interesting to see like it's all kind of different now. I mean, like, now it reminds me kind of like of Skyrim or something. Like, you can go into temples, get quests. The language thing is also a really cool aspect of the game I never would have thought of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the game did drastically change. Well, no, I wouldn't say change, but...
They've added things. They've added quite a bit.
Yes. They've added quite a bit. A lot of the stuff that we've been discluding in the back of our minds because, well, pretty much we were told no. So when people, they're worried about multiplayer, even though Sean Murray's saying no, at the same time, he's still saying yes later on. So there's hope if you just play the game the way it was intended and just wait. Or if you want to be those two people like you at Paradox of Madness.
You just call me Paradox if you want.
Okay, Paradox. All right. Try it. I want you to try it. I want to watch your channel. Anybody who tries to meet up with somebody, I want to see it. Even if you fail, what a damn journey that's going to be for you. You know what I mean? Like, that's your story. You didn't find your friend. Oh, well. Or you got there and he's not there, but he technically is. You just can't see him, but you're in the same spot as him.
It's pretty interesting.
This keeping information from us I think is the best thing to do when someone's developing a game. That way you don't get it and you're like, oh, I already seen this part in the trailer. I seen this part too, and it's just boring now. But at the same time, when you were a kid and you had this big present and it was sitting underneath the Christmas tree and you kept asking your mom, what is it? What is it? What is it? And she didn't tell you. The only thing you could do was imagine what it could be. And then when you finally open it, it wasn't what you imagined it could be.
Socks and underwear, and then you were really disappointed.
A bunch of socks and underwear. So there's two sides to it. You know what I mean? So a lot of people, I think they just need to focus on what he said and then wait and see what all the things are in the game that he didn't say.
Yeah, because I have a feeling indie games are on like the rise right now because I've just seen so many great indie games I've been playing all the time. Like, right now, like today, I bought Stardew Valley, and that was a pretty good game. I kind of explored around, and it was like, oh wow, this is pretty cool.
Right.
As well as like the Darkest Dungeon or something like that. See, indie games, they're getting a lot better, and like, I don't know, because like stuff like The Division as well. Like, I look at that and I'm like, it seems kind of interesting, but like, I sit here and I'm like, well, it's an MMO, but like, you see, there's people, and it doesn't work because like usually MMOs like this, there'd be aliens which would you have to fill up with bullets. See, me and my friend discussed this, and like it wouldn't work because like people don't take that many bullets to die, but that's how the MMO system works. So I mean, like, Ubisoft, what are you doing?
Now, have you even played The Division?
No, not really. Me and my friend were like, nah, we're gonna
clear his throat. That means let's not talk about it.
yeah, we're gonna. I was like, me and my friend were like, yeah, let's pass up on that, even though everyone's like, oh, The Division, so hype. Nah.
Yeah.
Just gonna step right over that one, won't I, Cobra?
Yes.
We promised not to talk about The Division, Cobra and I.
Yeah, I'm disappointed in it. He's not.
I heard, yeah. I heard that earlier. It's pretty funny. Also, I saw the subject at one. I saw like one sentence that Sean Murray said that there would be like underground dungeons in like huge dungeons in like temples and stuff. I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool, because it's like more of an adventure exploration, and like you can find artifacts and treasures, and I really like that because it's ever since I was a kid, I've always wanted to be like a great treasure hunter. So it's pretty cool.
It is.
Did you play? Cool. Here's an idea. This whole multiplayer thing. Back on this. I just want to ask you a question first. Did you play Just Cause, the latest one? I can't remember if it was 3.
Just Cause 3, yeah, I've been playing. They're going to release a multiplayer mod for that soon.
Yeah.
What?
So,
they are?
So you know when...
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Okay. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, you know when you're playing it and you're like, say, you're in a wingsuit, and it counts how long you've been flying on a wingsuit, and then it compares it to people on your friends list.
Yeah. My friend tries to go... Like, my friend tries to go get, like, all the top scores and all the challenges. Yeah, he probably has, yeah.
Exactly. So, apply this to No Man's Sky. You think about, I see that Cobra has submerged and dove 200 meters down into the ocean. I want to beat that. That's an achievement. That's a challenge to me, and I'll try my hardest to go deeper than Cobra did.
Or
I think these...
Cobra has defeated, like... 5 destroyers or something.
Yeah. Could you imagine? Like, this is a form of competitive multiplayer, not in the traditional sense of multiplayer, but it sure is competitive, and at least it can be.
Yeah, I find that very interesting. I mean, I don't really care either way if I meet up with my friend or if it's competitive multiplayer. It's just we're just really excited for this game, and it's just like I don't really care if it's multiplayer or not. But we will try to get to each other and like try to like participate in activities like quests together and see how long we can like stick together through the galactic map, like viewing of friends and going to different systems and stuff.
Yeah, just be careful with that, because if you hype it up and you're saying that's what you're going to do, and it's going to be very difficult. And if
it's
you
a 50-50. I said I'll try, but I never said I would succeed, but I never said I would give up if I fail many times either.
Yeah. I mean, I want to see people try, because with the game mechanic and being in place, stating that you could accidentally run into a player, and at the same time we have the same universe as each other with a lobby that people can accidentally join that can hold up to 3 people. And you can see where your friend is on the map. I don't care if it takes 6, 7, 8 months. It'll be fun as hell to try.
Yeah. But also, what's it called? I also read an article, I don't know if it was true or not, or like an interview that Sean Murray had, and he said he had like many like inspirations from different survival games, kind of like Terraria as well. And I was like, wow, that's really surprising. And like, I hope that if when he does add traditional multiplayer, it will be kind of like just playing the game with your friend together, like doing like the stuff you've did in No Man's Sky together, because I don't want it to be like a deathmatch kind of thing, or that's not really what they're trying to go for with this game, and I think that would probably be the best option.
And when I get into the game and I'm exploring and I'm dealing with NPCs and space battles and trying to mine and get resources and everything, I'm probably going to completely forget about trying to find anybody. So
Yeah.
I've also been observing, like, around Steam, people have been getting upset. Oh, there have been people getting upset over 3 different things. The first thing is the price tag. The second thing is that everyone complains about, pre-orders. Oh no, they're gonna ruin the gaming industry. And then there's, like, the third one, like, no multiplayer, single player, what? I'm so confused. Those are, like, the 3 things I've read on the, like, Steam discussion forum, and I feel like this is probably gonna be a really good show for addressing that.
Yeah, people are always going to complain about something, no matter how good something is.
I'm gonna
hey,
get
thank you for coming on
Hello.
Cobra TV. How are you,
Yeah.
buddy?
Yeah, I'm good.
That's good.
Oh, fuck.
Hello?
What was that?
I'm here.
Alrighty then.
Who is this?
It's Joseph, remember?
Oh man.
Oh.
How am I
Joseph,
supposed
I
to-
watched this subcast. You're a funny guy, man.
How am I supposed to remember who you are when your name says rads per second? And
I
you got a
changed
different
it, yeah.
picture. I recognize the voice now. Oh my goodness. All right.
Beanie Royal.
Wait. This is not the GNN, so this is a No Man's
I
Sky
know.
subcast.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. All right. Whoops.
Anyway, as I was saying, I'm gonna probably pre-order like the I Am 8-bit version because I really want that. I really want that. Spaceship. Yeah, that ship.
really
That
good.
looks so good. I want it.
Yeah.
It's like 2,000 of them. I want it so bad.
I can't even pre-order any edition but just the game.
I can't believe
Yeah,
it's
I
okay.
still
sincerely
available.
hope I am able to pre-order it here in Australia with its
special
overinflated
edition?
price of like $80.
With the special editions.
I can't.
Yeah.
Hey, Ryan, thank you for coming on Cobra TV. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
I'm doing great, doing great. So I saw you in the Twitch chat. We're talking about, I think that was you. We're talking about multiplayer, and to calm down a little bit because it might not be exactly what we want. So,
No,
and
I-
it never
I
was
understand.
to begin with. We've just always thought about how we can play the game when that's the way we're not supposed to play it. But
There's like you're only allowed to have 3 people in one location, right? You can't see anyone else beyond that, I believe.
So basically, like a 4-player party. Basically, yeah.
but if you
Yeah.
could get to each other in such a large universe, that's
Precisely.
I
the
think
key.
that could very possibly be it, but at the same time, I see something, maybe him might be adding that later on
Oh, he will.
as,
I guarantee
as a
it.
DLC or something like that. Yeah.
I mean, he held back the Korvax for a while, so it's like, God knows what other
Yeah.
stuff he's got in No Man's Sky.
Yeah, and he literally said no. No, there's no NPC.
There
No,
could be dragons.
and there's no base building. I guarantee you there is nothing like that in No Man's Sky.
There
Yeah.
could be dragons under the
Right.
cores of the earth.
I promise you there are no volcanoes in No Man's
Well,
Sky.
I have to kind of agree of why he went with saying no, there's no NPCs, because I know you've said it before, Cobra, but he goes and says that, he doesn't want to show the game much.
Right.
And I myself, I'm not trying to get so much hyped up on this. I mean, I'm trying to, read as much as I possibly can about the game and everything, but I don't want to get disappointed. And
Exactly. Exactly,
So-
and that's one of the biggest reasons for the subcast tonight is to try and calm people down who have these amazing plans to play with their friends. Even though it's my opinion that I still think it's insanely
trying.
possible.
This game
I
for me
think
is
that
just-
we need to calm down and
Oh yeah,
it might
because
not.
there's so many of these games, and I know you guys don't want to talk about the Division, but that's kind of one that's just it's gotten way too much hype, and
Guys,
I think when a game gets way too much hype and it gets way too much out there, it ruins it.
Yeah.
this
I
game.
mean,
Right.
you know.
Joseph, you
This
go
game
ahead.
for me was a personal gem of mine. It was one of those games I was waiting for that would just come into existence, and now it's here. But for me, it's just a personal gem for me. But like for everyone else, it's probably just going to be like the most dullest game ever, in my opinion. That's what I thought, at least at
No,
one point.
I have the same perspective of you, Joseph. This game is going to be like one of the greatest games of this year. That's probably why it's the most anticipated, because like it's kind of like a gem that everyone's ever wanted ever.
Yeah, but it's like for nerds like me who have always been interested in space, it's amazing. But for like the casual gamer, they're
Yeah.
probably going to be like, well, what exactly is this game supposed to be? That's why they're always asking those questions. Well,
I
they always
think-
used to anyway.
I think with all the new information that it's come out, since March 3rd, I think it does attract the casual gamer. You know, the fetch quest.
It's trying to.
Yeah, I don't know if it's trying to, like if Hello Games is literally trying to say, hey, we need to get everybody. I don't think they're doing that. I just think there are parts of the game that they tried to keep secret, so therefore it didn't appeal when they weren't talking about those things. It didn't appeal to the.
I've seen some comments like, what's it called? Some people are like, I don't play video games often, but I'm quite looking forward to this one and playing it. I'm like, you're not even a gamer and you're looking forward to playing this game.
Right.
I don't play games often, but I'm looking forward to playing certain games. Like I like Fallout. Anyway, what I was just gonna say was that I'm interested in learning other languages, specifically Japanese and German right now. And as soon as it announced that you have to learn the language of the Korvax, I was like, is Sean Murray reading my mind? Does he know that this game is the one that I'm looking for?
You're not literally gonna have to learn the language though.
Yeah, it's like translating from monoliths and stuff.
Yeah, I know, but it's still good enough for me. Like, you know.
I wonder how many people are going to be out there and on their LinkedIn it's going to say, can speak fluent Korvax.
Yeah. That's actually one of the comments I posted in one of your videos.
Oh, really?
Actually. Yeah. I shall become fluent in Korvac for the first time. But I feel that Sean is just like standing outside my window right now looking in like, what other things are you interested in? I will put them in the game for you.
Oh, man. So reminding me that Shrek is Love, Shrek is Life video.
But it's like, is he spying on me? Like, because everything in that game is like almost custom made for all my personal interests for some reason. It seems like that from perspective. You know what I mean? One minute it's about space exploration, next minute you have to learn the language of some NPCs. Not literally, but you know what I mean. But you have to learn the language of some of the NPCs. Like, what are you doing, Sean?
They're like working that. Yeah, you
Sorry?
go ahead, Joseph. No, you go ahead, Joseph.
Are you listening to me right now? I propose a new conspiracy theory. Sean is spying on absolutely everyone and gathering all of our personal details.
Maybe Sean created us.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, my God, who just created me in 6 days and rested on the 7th.
Also, Cobra, I'm very interested in the concept of your website with the factions and stuff because I'm gonna make a faction myself. I messaged Khan, and like I'm making a faction called Corrupt, and it's kind of like weird text as well.
Wait,
and I'm very interested.
Let me explain the factions real quick. A lot of people hear that and they go, No Man's Sky is not a faction type game. Well, it's not like that. Imagine, like it's a group of explorers who are in a club. You know, it's a lame way to say it. They're all in an explorers club, and when they go out and explore, they're discovering things and they're exploring under the name and flag of that faction, almost like NASA. You know what I mean? Like, so
are you
that's
allowed
how
to
the
do
factions
that?
are, huh?
Are you allowed to like explore and under the name of one faction? If you're a member of their faction, like
join it.
If you join the faction.
No, it's not in the game. It's on the explorems.com. People are making like I'm gonna stop calling them factions right now. People are making explorers clubs.
My bad.
Plans.
Yeah, I have a plan. Like to have people go on like quests to do stuff for themselves and maybe like post it to like the website to find cool new things to like share with people.
Find this planet I named Bob the Builder 123. Find it for me, will you?
What?
Oh, it's just I don't know, random.
My thing is with the whole factions thing is how is maybe that's what's at the center. Maybe that's a way where you can, because you know he said that you want your friends in the middle, but how are you going to? My thing is how are you going to be able to like have your friend follow you? Is he going to be like?
I mean, you know, what I plan on doing with my friend whose name is Crass, what I plan on doing is like we're gonna use the galactic map to like follow each other through system. Like one of us is gonna hyperdrive, and then we'll see where they hyperdrive on the galactic map, and then I'll hyperdrive after. Or something
I don't
like
really
that.
plan on playing with any friends personally because I think this game's just gonna be solo for me personally.
Somebody's Fisher Price Play School toys going off in the background.
Please.
See, I've been wanting to talk about this for a while. So when you get to the center of the galaxy, now he mentions that this is not just one galaxy, this is a universe. Now, my thing is do you get to pick like all the
Hey,
time.
just hold on. We can't use this anyway. Let's just listen.
Then just type, what will I tell you?
Who is
You have
this?
no idea how to see I am.
Hold on.
What?
I'll use my.
What did she say?
7
There's
now.
another person in the call.
I'm not sure
There's
you
like 6 different voices coming out of you.
There is, yeah.
Dark,
How do you remember?
Dark.
Yeah.
TJ, I can hear some kind of Fisher Price play school thing in the background.
I think it's his mom.
Yeah, that was my cousin.
Are you throwing a party? Is it just his birthday? What's going on?
Are you calling us from preschool?
We were both talking about like this video game.
What?
We were both talking about the video game.
Who? The toy?
No, my cousin.
Oh, okay. I'm really lost. Yeah.
Yep, me
let's-
too.
First of
Okay.
all, Cobra, I'd
Let's-
like to apologize for
get a
changing my
subject.
layout for Skype.
Let's
Oh,
get a
that's-
subject.
This is just fun. All right, we're
Well,
gonna add one more
what I
last
would just-
caller to this call, and that'll be it.
I had a dream last night that I was able to see my character in No Man's Sky. That's one thing I've been wondering. It's like
It's and the character is an alien as well, probably because like what's it called?
Yeah.
Because there's no humans in the universe, so it's like an alien. Because that's what you said, Cobra, like in one of your earlier videos, that the person we're probably playing as is like an alien or an ape-like
yeah,
creature.
but I'm like
like-
wondering if it's procedural, you know?
Oh, that'd be cool if it were like procedural and you see like each
Yeah.
other, and it's like you're not the same alien as the other. That'd be pretty cool.
What is that thing?
What the?
Or
It'd be
maybe
horrible
eventually
for
we'll
alien.
get to customize our character like fully, like something like maybe
It would
Mass
suck
Effect.
if your alien
like
just
that.
happened to procedurally generate as someone that's like, you know, you don't want to procedurally generate as, like Justin Bieber or something like that,
Matthew,
you know?
thank you for coming on Cobra TV, Matthew.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, what brings you on, dude?
I just want to talk about most of the stuff that has been going on recently,
Okay,
in
sure.
recent news from Sean Murray. Well, yeah, I'm really excited because first of all, I've already pre-ordered the game, like a day after it came out and stuff.
I need to
You know,
pre-order that
pre-orders.
game. I've forgotten to do
Better
it.
hurry.
Yeah, I
Who
know.
doesn't want to pre-order the game?
As soon as I found
Yeah.
out, what they're doing with the Korvac language, I wet my pants. Just saying.
The language thing, that's pretty cool. But
Yeah,
like,
because I'm currently trying to learn Japanese right now. That's an awesome language, by the way. But the ability to learn an alien language, well, not literally, you know what I mean? Like,
it's very,
yeah.
it's a very sharp language. Japanese
Yeah.
is. I kind of
But
like
yeah,
that.
I like to.
Is all-
I like to. I'm sorry, I'm not allowed to be funny. I'd love to be funny, but that's my whole reputation around here.
Also, the,
Ah,
Yeah, I mean, I've seen
Mr.
your.
Southwood,
And don't worry,
Mr.
don't worry.
Mr.
Don't worry,
Joseph, the funny guy. Are you gonna say something funny? Unfortunately, no.
Yeah, I've seen your subcasts is very
Yeah.
interesting. Subcasts.
Yeah.
They can sometimes get that way, that's for sure.
Yeah,
I
it's like
think-
talking about weird stuff.
Something. It's when you can trade. I think that's the trading part.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
I'd like to trade with you, Korvac. I'm sorry, I'm only interested in exploration. Oh wow, thank you. Really helpful.
Map out this entire planet for me, please, and then come back and trade the map.
I know.
What kind of
I'm sure I'm
continents
probably
does
going to
your
end
planet
up
have?
walking like the whole map. As long as it may take me a year, I might do it. But I mean, if I see something like over in the distance, like, oh, that's a weird looking tree. I've never seen that before. I might go over there
I
and
noticed
admire
noticed
this
that, like,
tree.
each time they show the game, it's always like an updated version of the game. Like it's different from the way you last saw it. Like, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I
I know
agree.
it's
Yeah,
kind of
'cause, like,
stating the obvious, but like,
You follow this game for a long time, and you're like, oh, it's this game. I know it's this game. But now, when you get to like this point where a big update like this happens, it's like, now it's this game, and I love it even more.
it reminded me of Skyrim when I first saw the snowy planet. But one thing that I've noticed is that the planets are now starting to look more realistic, and I wasn't
Oh, they
expecting
are.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely.
There's a big improvement.
I don't know.
But, I always try to tell people we have been looking at an unfinished game this entire time. It's
Yeah.
not finished, otherwise it'd be out. And every time we got like a big new gameplay trailer, as me and
See-
Brent and me and Vertical Speed said, it always looks better. it changes drastically from the last time that we've seen it. All right, so to wrap things up, do I think it's still possible to meet with your friend? Yes. Do I think it's going to be harder than we realize? Yes. Do I think it's going to be next to impossible? Maybe. So therefore, with all that said, make sure you keep your hype in line and don't, obsess over that part of No Man's Sky so much.
Yeah. And it would be a very fun game otherwise.
We're ending the show here, so I brought everybody back to kind of say bye.
All right.
All right. Bye, Cobra.
Wait, Cobra.
Bye,
Just
Cobra.
one quick
Take care,
question.
man.
Are you going to be doing a No Man's Sky Let's Play when it comes out?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Heck
Yeah.
yeah.
Like a crazy addict. Yes.
As will I. Be sure to check it out. I
Oh, I
promise not
will.
to be a complete moron while playing the game.
Thanks.
Oh, well, would you look at that? I burnt up in the sun. My bad.